Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, 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 gang! What is happening, everybody? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past Gravy, episode 620 with your good friends Alex and Robert Barbosa, a.k.a. Bobby Jokes. And joining us today on the 620th edition of Past the Gravy is our very special guest. Please welcome in the one and only Pat Dion. Pat, good to have you on the show.
Great to be here. I always knew I was special. My mom has said it for years, and it's good to be validated.
A couple of teachers said that too, and that's why they put you in those cool classes.
Well, they told my parents that. They wouldn't say it to my face. Bunch of cowards.
Pat went to X-Men school for a few years. I didn't know we had an X-Men part of the school, but
That's what they told me. I just like to dress up as Wolverine.
that's why they got you that cool bus too. They said that it was so his powers.
I wouldn't put the knives down, so they were like, whatever, you're an X-Man.
They're like, it'll protect your powers. It's a little bit shorter than the rest, but that's fine. There's not as many X-Men in the school as there are.
There's only a few
normal
X-Men
kids,
in
as
every
there are
school.
Muggles, is what they called us.
I mean, so many. Like, they even made me wear, like, they put on a helmet because my brain waves were escaping
Right,
too much.
yeah.
And, like, you saw Logan, right?
They didn't want anybody. I read the book.
Well, you remember in the part of the book where a
Wikipedia
bunch of people
article.
almost die because Professor Xavier is going crazy?
yeah.
Same.
Yeah, and they didn't want people to be able to
Same.
read your mind, so like,
There's too much going on up here.
yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
it'll make you cry.
Logan will.
No, what's going on inside my brain? at any
I
given
get
moment.
that. That makes sense. That makes sense. But good to have you back on as a guest. This is a couple times you've been on the show, so hopefully you're familiar with how we do things around here. And why don't we just hop right into it? A lot of stuff going on in the world right now, but we don't have to talk about that. I have a new idea for activism, and I want to call it Cactivism. And it involves not having to stand out in the heat and chant and stuff and waste your time. Not that it's a waste of time, you're using your right. But Cactivism is really just, instead of shouting chants and stuff, what if you just got a bunch of cactuses and then put them outside of wherever you wanted to protest and then just left them there? And if you got 1,000 of cactuses in front of some government building and then they walk out and they step in a bunch of cactuses, like, ow, my legs are all prickled. Like, that's just an inconvenience. And like that might deter them from doing whatever you don't want them to do.
So this is like a counter-protest to the protesters.
No, not against the protesters. This is what the protesters could do.
You said you're going to put a bunch of cactuses like out where they're standing. If there's a lot of them, they're not going to see the cactuses. They're going to run into it.
No. That's for like you. Like, hey,
This guy's fucking part of the system over here.
No. New protest going down, gang. Bring a cactus. Tell Sam about this, Robert. I'm sure she'll like this. She's a big cactus girl, and I saw she sadly had to get rid of a part of a cactus. Like, we could have started Cactivism with this. This actually was the spark.
Oh, this was the spark?
I was like, well, she's got 3 cactuses now. If she can rescue one, even though Cacti.
I think both are correct.
Cactuses, cacti.
Like
I mean, they're both correct because he's an American and he said it.
But like, if you want, there we go. But then if you wanted to like protest this podcast studio, Robert, like, you could get like 4 of your friends and bring a cactus, and they just put them by the door. And Pat's like, I gotta go pee, and gets up and crap! I stepped right into this cactus. And
That's
then,
my point.
Yeah.
The protesters are going to be stepping on the cactus.
If they're protesting you, they would leave it in front of the door. So that way,
now you just want protesters to show up with weapons.
That's not a weapon.
You're weaponizing a cactus.
No, it could be used. You could. It's not my fault that you didn't look where you went.
You think nobody's going to throw those cactuses?
It's a peaceful protest.
That's what they say.
Peaceful Cactivism.
Do cactuses light on fire?
I don't know.
Molotov
Molotov
cocktail?
Molotov
cocktail?
cactus.
Can you imagine that? A cactus that's on fire? That'd be the greatest weapon of all time.
We call the desert, baby.
You just feel like you're on fire when you're out.
No, but like really, like I'm a big slacktivist guy where it's like, look, I'll bitch about stuff. I'm just not going to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
But like this is like one step above slacktivism where like you are actually doing something, but like I'm not going to do it all day. Like I got things to do, man. There's games on. There's college baseball this weekend. Like I don't have time.
I don't
But
even reach the level of slacktivism. I just bitch.
But I could just like take a cactus, go to like City Hall, be like, here, leave this outside of City Hall, and then go and be like, I did my part. And if like you have like 20,000 cacti, then you're like, man, these cactivists, they're serious. Maybe we should hear them out.
I mean, if that's what you feel the need that you need to do to make your voice heard, go for it. I'm going to stick with just occasionally sharing something to my story. That's as far as my Activision goes. Activision's a video game company.
Activision. Yeah, they did Call of Duty, right?
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk, too.
That's what I prefer to remember them for. Call of Duty sucks now.
Haven't played it since they sponsored the show, obviously, and that's when I played it last. When
Yeah, and I tried, and I couldn't.
We were dropping in. But if they'd like to come back on board as a sponsor, would love to play it again.
I'll fucking get back in so
We'd
quickly.
Love to play it again. We're big Call of Duty guys.
I've always loved Call of Duty. I've always said that.
But yeah, Cactivism, you in or you're out?
I'm out.
You're out.
Because it involves getting off of my couch.
But also think about, like, it's good for plants.
I don't give a fuck about plants.
Robert, what are your thoughts on Cactivism?
I don't want to get accidentally stabbed by them.
You wouldn't, though.
You would. You handle enough cactuses, you're going to get stabbed.
Yeah, it's just a numbers game.
Because then also, if you're around cactuses long enough, eventually you're going to go, let me just see right here. Ow!
That's the fun part. I just want to feel something.
I think I've
Do they
poked
really
every
hurt?
They hurt a lot.
I've fallen into a cactus. My aunt and uncle have a ranch, and I've been there before and like tripped and fallen into a cactus. And it was like not fun, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. If it was
I'm
like
a
on my
little
face,
bitch.
that would suck.
I don't want to fall into no cactuses.
I don't know. I feel like Cactivism it's like slacktivism here for me. I'll be supportive, like the Me 3 movement, where it's like, hey, I'm on your side, but like I'm busy on the
I'll
weekend.
say something on social media. I will not back it up with my actions.
I'm
at
for
all.
you moving, but I'm not going to help you move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can
Like-
afford it.
like,
They're all
hey,
rich.
No, I just meant like when your buddy's like, hey, I'm moving this weekend. I'm like, I'm all for you doing that. No, you can't borrow my truck.
You heard it here first here, guys. Alex is all for you leaving America.
Not that. I meant like moving one house to another house in the same place.
Ellen DeGeneres already left, so I'm already off that one.
Okay.
That was the one I wanted.
But yeah, Cactivism. Let's try and work that out. All right.
I'll slacktivism support you. Hey,
And then
you go, girl.
I also only want to call Democrats Democrats and Republicans Republicans from now on. Motion to rename the political parties.
I will say this though. Republicans sounds awesome. Crabby, they're probably not going to like Democrats. Just they're going to be, you're calling us cranky. You could come up with a more even one for that.
Republican sounds like you're saying that you're repelling people though too. So that's also
Also,
little bit
crabs are
above.
delicious though.
Yeah, and pelicans. I don't know really what else they do besides eat fish sometimes, but
They make a cool ass mascot.
sometimes.
I mean, I do love seeing videos of like pelicans swooping down and like grabbing like 9 fish in their mouth. That's so sick.
But yeah, I don't know. Just some thoughts I had to start the pod in the Precome segment. Also, would you rather hear? You want to hear my idea? I have a couple ideas. They're all lamp based. I'm just like I'm like a moth right now. Just only thinking about lamps.
I love lamp.
I love lamp too. Volcano lamps. Hear me out. You just get the lava from a bunch of lava lamps, and you make like a super lava lamp, but it's a volcano lamp. Dump all the lava into it. It's like when the Power Rangers had their little cars. They all stacked together and made the Super Power Ranger car. And then it took down the bad guy. We could take out all other lava lamps and probably all other lamps with a volcano lamp.
What if you could also do a volcano lamp if you just threw a bunch of fireflies and some baking soda and what's the other part of it? I always saw it online. I never actually made one as a kid.
Vinegar. Baking soda and vinegar?
Yes. What if you threw a bunch of, you know what? No, they probably just drown.
Yeah.
So that won't work.
Yeah.
I'm for the volcano lamp though.
Volcano lamp would be cool.
What I want a
Sick lava lamp.
I
I
just
got a
want
volcano lamp.
a lava
6
lamp
feet
that's kind
tall.
of the size of an aquarium, and that's my volcano lamp.
You could also
I just want a
do that,
huge, because lava lamps are the best lamps of all time.
Well, you haven't heard my other
Sorry,
ideas.
not best, coolest.
Some of the coolest.
Okay.
Leg lamp was pretty cool from A Christmas Story
It's a very cool lamp.
because it was like a chick's leg.
So
That was
sexy,
so
dude.
hot. That was the hottest lamp.
Back in the days when you just couldn't see legs
Really?
everywhere you went.
Hottest lamp is actually the sun. Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I had volcano lamps. Just like it'd be tight if like when you have like a water feature outside in the backyard, and for like rich people, it just keeps going back and it like suctions up the water and like makes the waterfall go back down again. Like, what if we did that with just like the lava lamp, and then it just keeps going back up into the volcano, and it's just like when it comes out of the volcano, sucks back up, comes back out of the volcano, sucks back up, comes back out of the volcano. Like, what is that? An erupting volcano? Like, yeah, dude. What?
This might be the best idea you've ever had.
It's a pretty good one.
I'd get that.
Yeah, and you could charge like $600 for it. Rich people would buy it.
I wouldn't get that anymore. That's too expensive.
Well, you'd have a knockoff version of it.
I'd get mine from, I don't want to forget, Pencer's Gifts.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
There you go. And so I thought volcano lamps. I was like, what other kind of lamps could we make? Water lamps. Think water bed, but it's glowing.
How do you make the water glow? Bunch of dead
Lights.
fireflies in there?
Lights
Oh, so you just put lights underneath the water?
under the water. Yeah, like a pool light, but it's a water bed.
So it's exactly like the volcano lamp. It's just
You just add lights. Yeah.
it's just lights in
Like
a waterfall.
inside-
in an artificial waterfall.
No. It's like a water bed, but inside the water bed, just think 2 pool lights at the end of either side, and then like you turn that bitch on. Now you're lighting the whole room. And
Dude, you got to
can
switch on the
sleep
side of
it.
your bed. You just turn the lights off.
And it's nice and warm.
Like when you wake up in the middle of the night and your phone's on the charge. Like, oh, where is it in the bed? Hold on, let me just flip on the. Another great, dude. You're on fire
Water
this
lamp.
week.
All right. So
Alex Middleton, the lamp king of Houston.
and I had roofs last week, so I'm really 3 for 3 if you think about it.
I think architecture would it be more architecture or interior design is becoming your passion.
Probably both. Probably
Fuck, you're
both.
multifaceted, dude.
TikTok usually hates all the things I say. Didn't as much hate the idea of roofs.
Roof is it's a legitimately great idea.
Like, well, why does
Double-decker roofs?
Yeah, double-decker roofs. Roofs.
Honestly,
I like calling them roofs now.
I was about to say kind of like roof more.
There were a lot of people that were like, oh, why wouldn't you just put good insulation? And I was like, shut the fuck up, nerd. Because we're building another roof, all right?
Also, because what did we say?
Why would I spend money on insulation when I could build a second roof?
Because we said we were going to do an armadillo as the mascot for the double-decker roof. A roof? We have a dog.
Yeah, it's got to be. Wheezy, done.
Dude, just 1 week, we're already
We're
improving
just,
on
we're cooking, dude. Verbal trademark, by the way, on all of that. On water lamps and volcano lamps. And then I was like, you know what? I got to come up with one more elemental lamp. And I was like, avalamp. And then I thought about it, and that would just be a snow globe with a bulb.
with
in
lights.
it. Yeah, just put a bulb in a giant snow globe. You got an avalamp.
So we got the lava. What about an air lamp? What the hell would an air lamp be?
It'd be like a bladeless fan.
I think that would just be a ghost.
It's a bladeless fan that just has light, but you can't see the bulb.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a ring light, but it spins really fast, so it's one of those fanless.
Yeah, it's just yep. That's exactly what it is. Air
I think we
light.
covered them all. We got all the elements.
Ice light? No, it's avalamp.
We just need the heart lamp so we can have all of Captain Planet's lamps.
Yeah,
Captain Plamplet.
because you could have.
Nailed it. Guys, I don't know if you can tell. I haven't slept a lot this week.
Just Photoshop during this segment. Just Photoshop us as like moths talking. By the way,
You're going to say Photoshop a lava lamp on Captain Planet's head.
and that too. Somebody else also Photoshopped those things. Both things that we just said there.
Dude, you know what's sick? Lights.
Lights are pretty cool. That's what I was thinking.
Like, I love going towards them. Can't wait till one day I really finally get to do that.
Yeah, just for good. That's
Maybe
it.
we are moths.
We could be.
We're all moths in a simulation thinking
And
that
then
we're humans.
if I was a moth, I'd be going towards that one that just zaps you and kills you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Getting kind of tased is fun.
I don't think it's kind of tased for them.
I know. But you're a moth. You wouldn't know the difference.
You'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't know the difference, I guess.
That's a double-decker win right there.
Roof. It's a roof one right there.
Roof.
All right. Last thing I had, like, I know therapy is a big thing these days. Mental health matters. Counseling. A lot of people are going to all of those things. But is it possible to be addicted to therapy or counseling?
Definitely.
How would you treat that addiction then?
You keep cashing them checks, dude. You think a therapist is just going to give up a never-ending check?
Right, but if like Robert was like addicted to therapy, how would we fix that? Because you can't send him to like Therapy Anonymous.
Therapists don't want to fix you; they just want your money.
Right, but like us as his friends, if you were like holding an intervention, like, yo, Robert, you are fucking addicted to therapy.
Well, I can only think of one thing, and Robert won't do it. It's garage beers. Garage beers with the boys. That's therapy.
But again, if he's addicted to therapy, he's just gonna love that more.
Well, that's what I don't know if you've ever had garage beers. You don't actually talk with your friends.
Right, but if it's any sort of like therapy,
it's a therapy replacement.
But it's still therapeutic, which means it's
like, think about it. When people are heroin
feeding his
addicts,
addiction.
what do they give them? Methadone. Kind of along the same lines.
Okay, good point.
But it's a substitute for it. Garage beers with the boys.
What if two guys are addicted to podcasting? Can you be addicted to podcasting?
You had to go to like podcast rehab, but rehab is a form of therapy or counseling, is it not?
Well, I think sometimes there's counseling in the rehab, but sometimes it's literally just like a detox. That's not really therapy.
It's sort of therapy. It's getting you away from what's causing a lot of the problem.
You know what? Maybe I just tell people that now. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just addicted to therapy. It's Irish therapy.
That's not going to make it seem like you're not addicted.
Yeah, it sounds
No,
like...
I don't tell people what my therapy is. I just say, I'm like, dude, I'm really big into therapy. I go to therapy almost every night. I don't know how I would fix Robert, though. That would be a hard one.
But if you can be addicted to those, because like I love when people talk about, and I'm not hating on people that go to therapy. I think it's a very useful thing that people need to use. But like when somebody's like, I was talking about this with my therapist, and I kind of did a bit on this before, where I was like, weaponizing therapy is kind of funny. But yeah, you know, Pat, I was actually talking to my therapist about this with you. Where it's like, you always do this thing, and I just have to learn that like that's how Pat's gonna be. Pat's just gonna be that way. Where like you just subtly putting them down, and then I'm like, see, like, no, it's not anything that I did. It's because like you just can't get out of your own way sometimes. When I'm right in an argument, you won't admit that. And so like I was talking to my therapist about like, you've just got to accept that Pat's gonna be wrong a lot of times. He's never gonna give you the credit that you deserve. And you're like, are you talking shit about me right now? Like, just you kind of put them down by weaponizing the therapy.
Also, people in therapy never think of this. What if your therapist is not good at their job? What if you're getting advice from somebody who's bad at advice? You don't know. You went through it. They're a professional. They've got a degree on the wall.
Like, do therapists...
But you know what? Angel Hernandez was a professional umpire for many years, and that guy was bad at his fucking job.
Pretty bad at his job. But like, do therapists have to like pass the therapist bar? I don't know.
The par?
I
don't know.
They're not attorneys, but like, does it like when you get certified to be a therapist, do you have to be like, hey,
I would assume there's some sort of standard.
talk to me, and you'll be like, yeah, dude, that fucking sucked. That advice you gave him, no, don't do that.
That's where I would fail. They'd be like, what would you do in this situation? Have you tried garage beers?
What is your relationship with your mother like? Let's get into that. I feel like that's how you could just like...
That's how you nail therapy. You just ask questions.
Talk about your childhood.
Well, what do you think that
but you know
means?
what? Hour's up. I'll talk to you next week.
That always drove me nuts, seeing it in shows. And they're like, well, what do you think that means? I'm fucking paying you. You tell me what you think. But then you get trapped in the cycle of what if your therapist is an idiot?
But you also could think that because you didn't have a relationship with someone in your life that you should have had a relationship with, and maybe that's why you lash out, which is what your therapist would tell you. Then you're like, fuck, I don't have an answer to that.
Maybe exercise for Robert. That's what I would subscribe.
Exercise, but that's a form of therapy also.
Well, but it's a replacement therapy. And it gets you outside. You get vitamin D, or is it vitamin C? I don't know. Whatever you get from the sun.
Vitamin
It's
S.
D.
Yeah, nailed it.
Sun vitamin.
Eat a bunch of bananas, get your potassium, go outside, touch grass. That's what it is.
Touch grass.
Don't touch grass.
What if Robert's like, I touch grass all the time?
Touch more grass. Different types. Go find yourself some Kentucky bluegrass.
Find some turf.
You ever have the friend that had like the really nice lawn, and you're a kid and you roll around it and you're like, this grass is amazing.
I remember Mike and Mitch Kluge, their stepdad in Atlanta. He would mow the yard diagonally, and it was the coolest fucking yard. We played baseball in it, and he would hate it because like, "You're tear up the yard."
That's
like,
just
what's the point of the yard?
The only point of doing that is to flex on other dads in the neighborhood.
Oh, he did, and he would go and he would push the little the fertilizer thing. You have the little trough, and it spins it around as you're going to do that. And that dude fucking loved his lawn.
Do you have a yard?
I don't. I have a deck.
I think that's better than a yard.
Well, there's armadillos that live under it.
Because my yard looks like shit right now. I haven't cut it in like 2 weeks, which in the summer is
I
way
like
too
not
long.
having to cut.
Yeah, I used to think that having a yard, like I would that's what I wanted, but now
If I have a dog, so I would like to be able to take my dog in my backyard. That's
a backyard is great to have. Be like, I don't want to take you for a walk right now. Open the door.
I just had like a little turf yard that was like small enough to be like, you can go out. That way I don't have to walk the dog in the morning before work. I can just go on, do your business, let's come back in. Like I like walking the dog, but sometimes you're like, hey, I fell asleep on the couch. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Can you just go out real fast and then come back in?
Also, it's the type of year where it's 1 o'clock in the morning and it's 85 degrees and muggy outside.
Just
still.
wet.
Like this sucks.
But people have to be addicted to therapy.
I mean, there's so many people nowadays, especially that have the victim mindset. So yeah, they get addicted to being told what's wrong with them because they want there to be something wrong with them.
So what is the cure for therapy addiction?
There is no cure. It's just
There has to be a cure.
you have to find a truly good therapist that will just stop seeing you.
So the cure,
But then you'll just go to somebody else.
so like the cure to your cocaine addiction would just be find better cocaine.
I mean, the cure is
It's
stop
kind of-
going. Stop doing cocaine.
cold
Stop
turkey.
going to therapy. I mean, I had my dad's buddy all growing up. Like, I knew he always smoked cigarettes. He'd smoked cigarettes for years. When he had his last kid, he just fucking stopped and never had one again. It's called self-discipline. That's the cure.
I had a buddy that quit smoking and drinking and was really into it, and he just did that cold turkey. So I'm not saying it's easy, but I know people that have done it.
Yeah, it's not easy, but that would be just stop. Stop doing it.
Just stop doing it. Just
Yeah.
cold. You got to go cold turkey. And then, but like, do you think if you're like addicted to therapy, then you just start like, you call on your friend? I'm like, Robert. Oh my God, dude. So today at work, and I'm just like venting and trying to get
Nobody likes
Robert
that
to like
guy.
play the role of therapist. And he's like, hey, I'm not going to do therapy to you, buddy. I'm not going to do therapy for you. Hey, Alex, I'm not doing therapy for you.
I think for women, this is just called talking to your friends. They talk about everything. Guys are just like, can I talk to you guys for a minute? No.
But isn't the whole point for a therapist to be a impartial third party? Because if it's your friend's going to take your side a lot of times and tell you what you want to hear, where a therapist is like, well, no, I think that maybe you're enabling so-and-so to do this.
You need a friend like me then, because I am not that friend. I will straight up just be a dick to my friends.
Yeah.
I am not a yes man for them.
So
I
you're
got to have
gonna-
a friend get mad at me the other day because I called him out in the group chat. What do you want me to fucking not be honest with you?
Sweet. This is an honest group chat.
That's
here.
real friendship right
that's
there.
what you're running.
I know when to call my friends a dickhead.
So there's no cure for therapy addiction, really.
I'm not going to say I don't think it's fucking real.
But what if it is?
I mean, like, it is a real thing. People get it. It's so fucking stupid. Sort yourself out. That's such bad advice. That's so
That's
bad.
the worst advice.
Go to therapy if you need it. But if you've been in therapy for fucking 15 years just talking about the same thing every week, try something else.
Yeah,
It's not working.
Yeah, change it up a little bit.
You've been doing it for 15 years. Like, if I had to go to the doctor every week for 15 years, I think they'd be like, dude, that's hypochondria.
Look, you've had Aaron Boone managing your therapy for long enough. And yeah, it'll get you far sometimes. But you know it's never going to get you where you want to go.
Only doctors I
This
see
is your
are
fault.
Jack, Jimmy, Jose, and Patty. It's an Irish whiskey.
Okay, Grandpa. All right.
I don't know. I'm the last person that anyone should discuss therapy with.
We're discussing addiction.
Or addiction. I refuse
True,
to acknowledge
true.
mine.
Do you think they have like therapy addiction not anonymous?
I'm sure
Which
it's in
is just in
California.
itself a form of counseling.
I'm sure it's in California.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's no answer to this question.
I don't know. I've never been to therapy.
Maybe you should go. Unless you want to hear it's a gateway drug.
Nah, yeah, it seems like a slippery slope.
Dan Patrick would say it's a gateway drug.
You start talking about your feelings, and then
He would ban it immediately.
Actually, funny enough, this is why I can't go to therapy. I can't talk about feelings. Before we opened the other day, or like in the middle of the day or something, whenever the fuck it was, me and one of the managers are sitting in the office, and it's right next to the bathrooms, and he sees one of the servers come out. He's like, "Are you okay?" She just starts crying immediately. He gives her a hug. I stared straight ahead at the screen and I did not move for the next 2 minutes.
I left and I went home early.
I waited until like I saw a pause and I just stood up and walked away.
Well, hey, it seems like you're having a tough time.
There.
We got a couple tables over there that are waiting on you. You could
Hey,
get
I
to
know
'em.
you're breaking down because your boyfriend cheated on you and it's the third one in a row, but since I can't tell you, maybe it's you. Shape up.
Hey, pal.
We got about 15 minutes before we open. Got to stop crying.
You think
by
you
then.
could clean off that tabletop right there? Maybe that. You know what my dad always used to say? Hard work always helps you. Maybe get that mop.
You know what my dad used to say? Shut up, douchebag. That's not even a joke. He used to say that all the time.
All right. What'd you guys have for Precome segment?
I had it was a question that popped in my head earlier today. What sport do you think you could be the most successful at professionally? Like going into professional sports at that level.
Any sport?
Any sport.
Pickleball. Any pussy can do pickleball.
I said any sport.
Any pussy can do pickleball.
Pickleball's not a sport. We've been.
I was
going
to say something like that, like pickleball or badminton.
I was thinking like the core four. I
Okay,
guess we'll
core four?
add soccer into it too, so 5.
NASCAR. Oh, that's not a sport. Yeah, you said sport.
I don't think you would be successful at all in NASCAR.
You said sport. Yeah, you're right. Not NASCAR.
Yeah. Oh. I get it's a sport.
I mean, it's
they
not
are
football.
athletes, but
It's not basketball. Baseball's hard.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I think football would be the answer for me. Obviously, I mean, I have the mass, but
Like make
baseball,
it pro?
I can't throw anymore. I'd blow out my shoulder. I sure as shit can't hit 93. Now they're fucking throwing 103. I can't hit that. Soccer, no fucking stamina. Hockey, I can't skate. I bet you I could hold the line for a half second and get a half tackle in a football game by accident. Play just runs into me. That's technically success. That's more success than I could have in any of the other sports.
You know, they say there's always athletes, and then there's people that do American Ninja Warrior. So I could maybe be like a really shitty American Ninja Warrior person.
You could be a cornerback.
Ooh,
How often do they celebrate an overthrown ball?
I'd get burnt so bad.
Yeah, but then if they overthrow it, you get to celebrate. That's a successful play for you. Your guy did not catch the ball.
Lock him down.
Or they throw it and it hits them, clanks off their hands. You get to celebrate that.
They'd just throw at me every play, though. So like I would be the
But
weak link in the
one
defense.
play of success is more than you would. You're never going to get a hit in the major leagues. You're not going to I don't know. Can you skate?
Well, yeah, I can skate.
So like maybe for you then it would be if they put you on Connor McDavid's line for a month straight every
goalie.
shift, you might be able to like get a tap in goal playing with Connor McDavid.
I could save a Connor McDavid shot.
I didn't think about being a goalie
I did play goalie.
because at some point also they're going to shoot the puck and it's just going to hit you.
Yeah, that'd be a bad shot.
Yeah, be like I had 5 stops this game. They scored 23 goals, but I had 5 stops.
And then I could just play in the 23 goals and I was screened.
So I think you just made me change my. I think maybe it's hockey.
I go hockey.
I still can't skate though. Like they would just juke me every time. They would never hit me
And
because they
goalies
wouldn't shoot.
Are like the best skaters on most of their teams.
Yeah. So yeah, still defensive tackle. That's what it's got to be for me.
Dude, you wouldn't last a second.
Or like maybe O line somewhere. Like
You'd still get blown
dude,
up.
One play. If I can just stop him, quick 3-step drop, wide receiver screen. I didn't let up a sack, coach. That's a success technically. That's more
You just
success.
fall down and hope that you trip him.
Now I'd be ran over every other play, but I would have more success in that than in any of the other sports.
Women's softball.
I said sports.
Okay.
Esports.
Ooh.
Okay.
How many
Yeah.
rebounds do you think I could get in a WNBA game?
Well, who you playing?
Any of them.
You going against Liberty?
Martha Crawford.
Liberty? Probably not. That's not a person.
It might be.
It's not a person. You're talking to a 2-time defending WNBA champion.
No, Angel Reese.
3-0 start.
Angel Reese is like
the new season.
What? 5 inches taller than me? I could probably box her out though. I don't know if she can
Reese
move
is
me.
good. She's just not
she's-
gonna hit the shot initially.
I'm saying I could box her out though. I don't think she can move me.
I think she could move you.
I'm a lot of dead weight when I don't want to move. I don't think she can push 300 pounds.
She just go around you, make the pass.
Also,
You're 290 at best.
No, I bet you I'm back up to 3 now. I haven't weighed myself in a long time because I don't want to see that 3. I don't want to see it. Like I said last week, I don't think I said it. I think I said it beforehand. I saw my tit jiggle for like 2 seconds the other day, and I was like, "That's obscene.
Yeah.
That's a bit much."
I would say hockey goalie, and I would be bad at it, but that would be my best chance.
Robert, what sport do you think you would have the most success? Now, remember, it's going to be almost no success,
If we're not including
but the
pickleball.
most success.
Yeah, if you only want to do those 4.
Hell, soccer goalie, you might not even have a shot on goal the whole game.
Yeah, but they just start taking shots from like far away
Yeah.
if they saw Robert in goal. Mm-hmm. Maybe you knew he was inexperienced, you'd just be like, we can take half
Far
goal.
enough away, sneaky athlete.
Well, I mean, you could save some, but like somebody's gonna be good enough to give them by you, and like if they're just peppering you with those, the odds are against you.
I'll say baseball because I can be in left field.
I don't even think I could get a bunt down, to be honest with you.
Be in left field DH and then just pull a hammy when you're walking up to the plate,
Yeah.
or just then ask you if you can DH and then, sorry, coach.
Pinch run, immediate next pitch, pop out. Be like, I didn't get caught stealing.
Whoops.
Didn't get caught stealing.
You could lay down a bunt against an MLB team.
I
No,
could be a
'cause,
good
like,
ghost runner.
If they saw me come around, like if they saw me square up, they throw a 96 fastball high and in, and I just shit my pants. Or I try and bunt it, and it's a slider going 92 that has 14 inches of break. I'm not going to get the fucking bat on that. You seen these videos of like overlapped pitches?
Slam
of like,
ball is what I would be really good at. Because I could just use the trampoline.
See, if we expand to all the other sports, slam ball is a good answer.
And do we count Legends of the Hidden Temple as a sport? Because I would probably be really good at that.
No.
I could figure out the Shrine of the Silver Monkey like nobody's business.
Let's just throw all the games from Big Brother in there. I could figure out a 3-piece puzzle.
Yeah. Anybody besides Caitlin Herman could.
Fucking flip the coin. Dog, I have so much success in that. I'm running about a 50% clip.
Yeah. OTEV. I could crush OTEV. It's Big Brother talk if you don't know what we're talking about. But yeah. You would go hockey goalie, you think?
No, defensive tackle.
Football? Okay.
I would just have to put on more weight. Just to be a defensive tackle that just eats up 2 blockers.
Like if you kept getting sent out in baseball, like eventually you're gonna make contact just on dumb luck. You just gotta hope that it's not a pop out.
Yeah, but going 1 for 223, I feel like is less success than maybe getting like a half tackle through like 3 NFL weeks.
Yeah, I mean you'd get like this is if like the rule is like they can't pull you no matter what.
Yeah.
Remember Pros versus Joes? That used to be
yeah.
a show on Spike TV, and they would be like, all right, we're going to have this guy that thinks he's really good at basketball. He's going to try and out-rebound Dennis Rodman, the greatest rebounder of all time. And they would, like, all 3 of the guys would just go, like, 0 for 50.
Or like,
And it was like, yeah, bitch, he's really good, and he's retired. So, like...
You have to try and tackle 44-year-old Herschel Walker, and Herschel Walker just runs
just
him over.
bowls over him. It's like, see, it's not that easy, guys. It's not that easy. They just make it look very easy.
Anybody that says basketball is delusional. We've seen the Scalabrini just roasting people like 5 years after he retired.
Yeah.
You'd never get a bucket. People are like, I could catch and shoot a deep 3. No. Kevin Durant comes out of nowhere and blocks it from an angle you didn't even know was possible.
Yeah, and basketball was never my sport.
No, I was awful.
Ever. I remember at a very young age being like,
I could
not
play
mine.
defense against other 6th graders. Still
I
couldn't
just quit.
shoot.
I quit basketball very early in life.
I played longer than I should have.
Just like, I don't, I'm not even having fun with this.
I had fun, and I was on the A team. I wasn't any fucking good. I couldn't shoot a free throw. It's kind of a good quality you need
It's a
to
big
have
part
when
of
playing
it.
basketball.
Big part of it. All right. On the YouTube, comment what sport you think you could do best in.
I'm gonna get like
Spam those.
19 fucking basketballs.
Spam those. Yeah, Alex, I was just gonna say basketball to get you pissed.
Cornhole.
Cornhole would be.
I wouldn't have any success in that either. Those guys are good, and I'm inconsistent.
I don't like cornhole. Is that a weird? Like, is that a bad take? I feel like it's like a dude thing to love cornhole. You go to parties, you see dudes. You want to do some bags? Not at all. It's a lot of math. I'm drinking, and I don't. That's what is almost in count as this? All right, so that was in, so that's this many. That's out. But then we had this, so then that's minus this, which is minus that plus this. So we have like I don't care, dude. I just let somebody else tell me the score. They can cheat. They can lie to me. Like, oh, it's 44 to whatever. Like, yeah, dude, sure, I'm sure that's fine. That's normal. I'm out.
This is literally me finding out for the first time that there's scoring in cornhole. I thought it was just, is it in or is it not?
I couldn't explain the scoring to you. I know that there is a scoring system, and if your bag is like over the hole, you get some. If you're on the board, I think you get some, and you get the most if it goes in there.
I would play like, is it in or not? Kind of like I do Scrabble. It's kind of like I do Scrabble. I don't take the doubles or the whatever else is. I just will do what's on the tile.
Wait,
right?
you play Scrabble and you don't what?
Did you ever play Words with Friends? Because I used to play Words with Friends, and I would count that stuff because they did it for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the computer did that.
Yeah, but like if I'm playing Scrabble, no, I'm not doing like the double or the whatever else is on the board itself. I'll just do what's on the tiles. I'll just edit what's on the tiles.
I mean, on a certain level, I respect that, but that's psychopath behavior.
I like it.
It's just much faster.
Much faster.
Much faster, but it takes kind of the strategy out of the game. So, I'll just play this here because it doesn't matter that I can't use the triple word score right off of it. That is a good way to play it with children, though. Like, none of these styles mean anything. Just play your words. Let's get this fucking done.
Yeah.
Cow, great word. I played Constitution.
Robert, what you got?
I don't talk about it often, but I have flaws, and really they're kind of the same flaw. They're really related. I thought I was over it, but this happened to me again over the past month. I have a problem where if I'm ripping a paper towel off of a thing, it doesn't. I don't get it cleanly.
There's like a little triangle left on the
little triangle left on the side, and in addition to that, I have a thing where opening envelopes where I try to glide my finger through it. It goes maybe halfway, and then I have to tear from the other side.
I feel like this is kind of just a universal experience.
Yeah, this isn't you specific, I don't think.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. It's just the flaw that
I think a lot of people have this flaw.
that I have. But
eventually, you'll reach the point where you just stop caring about the extra triangle of paper.
We should get him a letter opener, too.
How many letters are you opening?
Not many. That's what I'm saying. This happened in the last month.
Oh.
Because I'm not.
These kids are soft these
I
days.
had to
They're not
open
used
this
to
one.
opening mail. I just have a pile of mail. I bring it in. I'm like, none of this was really for me. And if it is, it's a bill. I'm not opening that.
I don't even check.
I'll pay this online.
Yeah, I opened something up because I got my jury duty check. I'm okay. Well, gotta open this envelope.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Got my $30.
Hell yeah, dude.
How much did it cost to park?
They validated, so
Okay. I remember it used to cost more to park than they would pay you.
Mm-hmm.
You can take Sam for a nice Whataburger dinner.
She doesn't eat Whataburger.
We did do that once where it was Valentine's Day and she had just gotten jury duty. She got $30. We used that for at a restaurant.
That's cool.
I didn't pay for all of it, but
Taxpayers paid it for you.
Yeah.
You're just like a real politician.
Did some grocery store sushi. I don't know. Does she eat sushi?
no, neither do I.
Sam's vegan.
Fucking get some saltine crackers, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I prefer Ritz. I'll get Ritz.
Ritz is good.
Ritz is good.
Ritz are
Good
elite.
call. All right. Well, that was our pre-com segment. There we go.
Robert has flaws, apparently.
We all do, buddy. Don't beat yourself up over it,
I
okay?
don't. I have so many.
You have the most, I think. I think you have the most.
I have all of the flaws.
All of the flaws. All right, let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment where we tell you what's back in the news according to us. It's brought to you this week by the Pass the Gravy merch store, passthegravymerch.com. We got flags, we got new hats, we got new t-shirts, we got our summer stickers. Robert, will you look up who bought stuff last week? Can you see that fast enough?
Yeah.
And then we'll give some shout-outs to some of the people that did, because I know that people were saying they were making orders. Appreciate you guys. I don't know how many flags were sold, but if the people that bought flags all bought flags. I feel like we did well.
Abigail and Todd.
Oh, so just 2 people. Wow, guys. A lot of you guys said you were buying flags. PassTheGravy.merch.com is where you can buy those. The new
Payday's this Friday.
That's true. That's true. It is for me. The Pass the Gravy logo flag, the new snapback hat, the PTG rope hat. The rope hat's going to be awesome for golf. You got it in the links. It's going to be great. You can get them in multiple colors. We got the PTG Wolfpack Gravy Gang shirt. We got the dad hat. We got the regular PTG logo shirt, the April Fool's Somewhere shirt, the sticker pack, PTG Icy shirt, the cool tie-dye PTG dad hats. We got the shorts. It is shorts season. Go load up on all of your Pass the Gravy merch. If you're wearing some Pass the Gravy stuff, if you get some stuff, share it with us at Pass the Gravy Pod. We'll repost it. We'll put you on a Gravy Day post. We like seeing you guys repping the Gravy Gang. If you're going anywhere, rep it in front of something cool and then send us a picture, and we'll share it every single time because it's cool as fuck. Like when Danielle went to Rome, she's in front of the motherfucking Coliseum. I was like, that's Pass the Gravy right there, bitches. We're worldwide. PTG worldwide. If you guys want to support the pod, we're not ever going to ask you for money behind or put you behind any paywall or anything like that. All we ask is that if you want to rep the pod, get some cool shit, and then all that money goes to us, helps us keep the lights on, helps us keep Robert around, helps us, keep the web server fees and stuff down. But PassTheGravyMerch.com, PassTheGravyMerch.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kid segment. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. All right. Our first Comeback Kid this week is Lil Wayne. Ha. Ha.
Young Moolah, baby. Does he still say that?
He does a couple times.
Okay, sweet.
Lil Wayne.
That would have been really funny if he hadn't said that since Carter 3.
He does say it. The Carter 6 came out on Friday. I was about to go for a run. It was like, oh, cool. Carter 6? I didn't know that it came out today. I heard that he was working on something a while ago, and then I saw that is in my, obviously my iHeartRadio app, and so I listened to all of it, and I was like, hey, it sounds like 2025 Lil Wayne. I didn't expect to light the world on fire. There were a solid 4 or 5 songs that I was like, this is good. This is good. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was the greatest thing I ever heard. And I tweeted, I was like, new Lil Wayne kind of slaps. And then everybody was like, what the fuck are you smoking, you fucking idiot? And then I just learned that everybody, I think, hates it. So I don't have good taste in music, I guess.
Yeah, no, dude, you're not allowed to have your own opinions on music.
I listened to it like I listened.
How dare you?
Like I watch a movie where I'm just like, was I entertained? Cool. Was it a solid run playlist? Yes. I thought so. I think
did parts of it suck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there were some weird ones when he does Island in the Sun. It's like a Weezer cover. That's weird.
I got to listen to that one on the ride home. I didn't have time to get to that today on the ride home.
The Jelly Roll song is kind of cringe.
The song itself is not bad. The
Lil
chorus
Wayne
sucks.
and Big Sean are pretty good.
Yeah.
I work on a morning show that does like a station that does play Jelly Roll.
You guys are definitely going to be playing that Jelly Roll song.
What's the Lil Wayne song? So.
But it's got Jelly Roll.
But
you guys were playing Eminem like 3 weeks ago.
I just feel like, I don't know, I might be oversaturated with Jelly Roll. So like,
I get it.
I just didn't like that one as much. But I like Lil Wayne, and there were like, the whole thing with Lil Wayne is there's a couple times where it's like, I'm getting head like pillow, and you're like, ha ha!
He can still
like,
turn a phrase with the best of them.
Yeah, he has just like a funny phrase that he pulls out there, like a 9/11 joke he does in there, and he like talking Tim McVeigh dropping bombs and shit like that. Like, he's like, what the okay?
He drops
like he does a couple of those.
He'll do lines like Little Dicky every once in a while. Like
yeah.
it's mixed into full rap, whereas Little Dicky's his whole song is just
that's his whole thing.
Line like that. Weezy will just drop one in.
But like that was what I liked about Lil Wayne when we were growing up.
Yeah.
It was like, okay. Like all the puns and Mrs. Officer and shit like that. Like Lollipop was all its whole thing was that. So like I thought it was good, and apparently I was in the minority because they was like, this fucking sucks. It's trash. And I was like, I don't think it's trash. I think that like 4 or 5 songs are good.
He's also in that
Hip Hop with Big X the Plug is the best one. Hands down. I think the Bells song is also good. And then the Welcome to the Carter, I think.
I didn't like
the
Bells.
first 3. I liked Bells.
I liked the lyrics, but the beat just felt like it did not match the song at all.
Okay.
Coming from someone who doesn't really listen to hip hop, but it just like.
Well, now my TikTok thinks that like all I want is rap content, so it'll explain like you guys were hating on how lyrical Kendrick Lamar was. Like I was like, one, I didn't do that, and also as a white guy that was raised in a suburban area, I may not 100% understand the plight of the African American like community as well as like Kendrick Lamar does. So there's some things that go over my head, and I don't understand that. Like when the Super Bowl happened, like everybody was having to explain, no. When he says this, he's really like he said this because that's talking about the persecution. I was like, no, the song rocks. I like Kendrick Lamar. I just don't understand all of the references, and I don't think I have to understand all the references. I can enjoy something without understanding it fully.
That's one of the whitest experiences you can have when you have to Google meaning of rap lyrics.
Well, but it wasn't even that. It was just everybody had to explain it, like, and everybody was like falling over themselves to explain it. And it was specifically white people that were trying to explain it to other white people, where you're like, and
white people can know what the fuck they're talking about. There's a lot of white dudes out there that are hip hop.
Right. No, I get that. But like then it was just like I don't know. I felt like I was getting lectured. They're like, well, why did you enjoy it? I was like, because it slapped. Like Kendrick rocks. I enjoy Kendrick's music. Well, you don't understand what he's even says. Like, I don't have to. With Lil Wayne, he says a couple of dirty lyrics that I'm like, haha, that's cool. I like that.
I no longer have super strong opinions on music because I'm too old and tired. So yes, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I don't have to like be able to give you a full synopsis of it.
He's been around so long and had so many hits that he's got a ridiculously good catalog that everything he puts out is going to be compared against his old shit.
But Lil Wayne's like one of those, and
it's like
and it's not all going to be
Eminem
great.
puts out shit now. Is it going to ever be as good as the Marshall Mathers LP? No, and also we were young when that came out, and we loved it, and we were attached to it.
There's bands and artists like that where like, yeah, when Eminem came out with that stuff last year, I was like, oh, new Eminem? Okay. And like for a weekend, I listened to the new Eminem. Was it my favorite Eminem? No. Is this my favorite Lil Wayne? No, it's not. But like Blink-182 comes out with a new album, I'm fucking in. I'm always in. But like when you grew up listening to something and it's like, hey, there's new stuff, I don't ever expect it to be awesome. Blink-182 was on par, maybe.
Blink has stayed pretty well with all of their new shit every time.
The new Blink-182 album might be my favorite album. Like it is.
I love the live. Nothing will ever beat the live one for me, but that's like combining
that was one of those where it's like
albums previously.
This is up and like, is this like in the conversation of could this be one of their best albums? But like, I don't know. I'm biased towards Blink-182, but like,
what was the one with Skiba, California or something?
California, I think.
Yeah, I fucking loved
Matt Skiba.
Yeah, it was the one. Yeah,
they
California.
had two or
it was
three,
at
I think,
Neighbors or Neighborhood or whatever. I thought was okay, but then, that one came out. I was like, fucking banger after banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like you're allowed to just check out music without having to judge. It was my fault for tweeting that I thought it was decent. I was like, it slaps. Like when I'm running and like certain shit from Lil Wayne comes on, yeah, it does slap for a running playlist. Maybe not casual listening playlist, but I don't know.
It's just everybody's got to have an opinion on everything nowadays.
Yeah. And I'm sorry I can't explain all of the lyrics in all of the songs. It's also, you can't really sing along with a lot of the Lil Wayne songs.
You can. You just have to be paying attention on when to stop.
You can't say all the words, and so like I'm not gonna do that. So
you can either throw in the motherfucker as a substitute, or you just go.
You say hitta. Sometimes you say hitta.
No, you can't. We can't.
Well, you say hitta.
No, I get that, but that's so
it's
cringy
too close.
white.
It's too close.
No, not even being close. It's just like white people's substitute
people cover
word
it though.
Hitta. I would never say hitta. I would say hitter,
and then like, well, wow,
see, and that was definitely not. That's too close in the bad way.
In the bad way.
But it's just I was like, I'm not cool enough to use the lingo of hitter.
But look, man, I love Lil Wayne. Like he's maybe not the greatest guy on earth.
Fucking Packers fan. He's a good guy.
But like he seems funny a lot of times.
He's a flawed man, like we all are.
Whenever he has the Carter version comes out. And he's just got like young him with the same tattoos he has on his face right now. That's always funny to me.
Oh yeah, the little kid photo. I love the Carter.
That's always funny. Arts. It's a great recipe.
Some of the best album arts of all time.
Yeah, I mean they're all kind of
they're simple, and it's like
he slowly gets older.
It's like when you see Jim Harbaugh run 14 runs in a row. Well, if it's working, keep fucking doing it, man. Yeah. And because it's in the Carter line, it's a theme.
And again, we also have to start separating. Like, I don't think Lil Wayne's done a bunch of bad stuff or anything, but like, I was listening to Brand New this week, and somebody was like, "You listen to them still?" I was like, I can still think their lead singer is a scumbag, but like, do you listen to Michael Jackson still? Because if you like, we can't.
Didn't I see you dancing to Chris Brown
Like,
in
look,
the club
Ignition,
last week?
say what you want. I'm not saying R. Kelly's a good guy, but Ignition fucking slaps, and nobody can say that Ignition
remix
doesn't
to
slap.
Ignition?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
All-time great.
it's shit like that. And Lil Wayne doesn't have, that I know of, all of that shit. So, like, let me just enjoy Lil Wayne, all right?
Like Diddy, horrible guy. The fucking Every Breath You Could Take comes on.
Well,
That's a fucking...
I'm a police guy, actually.
Is his also called... like, I know the Police is Every Breath You Take. Was his also called that? It
I'll
had
be
a different
missing
name,
you,
right?
I think.
I'll Be Missing You. Fucking... That song's a banger.
Bad Boys for Life. Well, if you think about it, maybe he's trying to tell us something. You can't be stopped now.
I don't read that deep.
Boy for life. Yeah, I was like a kid. I was like, this is funny. And then the guy from Crazy Town moved across the street in the video. And he's like, there goes the neighborhood. And you're like, ha-ha, because of the white guy. That's a funny joke. Ben Stiller's like, could you guys keep it down? Hey, fellas, I live next door. Could you keep it down? That was a funny video. Diddy, not a funny guy.
No, bad guy.
Bad guy. Disavow. Sometimes you guys separate the art from the artist, okay? All right. Moving on. Shout out Lil Wayne, though. I liked it.
Shout out Weezy.
And then the moon is back. I didn't know it was back until today. There is a strawberry moon.
The fuck is a strawberry moon?
I think it's like a red moon.
I thought that was a blood moon.
That's what I also thought. Has the moon, did we just start adding stuff for the moon?
It's like how every day has its own holiday now. The moon just has fucking 50
like
different
remember we just
phrases.
started getting eclipses all the time?
Yeah,
Like it's like every week there's a fucking new eclipse and be like, oh my God, you gotta check out the eclipse. It's like, we just had an eclipse like 2 weeks ago. Like, nope, there's no one. There's no one.
Dude, you gotta go see it. Okay, I'll go outside. No, dude, don't look at it. You'll burn your eyes. You gotta get a look. Now I gotta get gear. I'm never seeing an eclipse.
I have to do a chore. I'm not gonna do that. And then
I have
like,
to do arts and crafts to make something I can see the fucking eclipse with.
oh, there's the blue moon. Oh, well, this is a waxing moon. Okay.
I do enjoy a blue moon.
Hey, yo. Love it if they'd sponsor us. We'd love it even more. But yeah, like, I think they're just adding stuff to moons. We need to make up like a new moon thing.
It's a gravy moon.
Gravy moon.
What does that mean? Oh, it kind of looks like gravy.
Oh, you know how it's kind of gray?
Oh,
See
gravy.
when it's kind of gray? Yeah, that's a gravy. Oh, it's gravy moon tonight.
We got to get Gary V to buy the moon. They can be a gray V moon.
That'd be cool.
Gary V, get on it.
That'd be cool. A Gary V moon.
No, because it's still gray.
So gray.
Don't ruin our wordplay, man.
Yeah, you're right.
We had it.
What about popcorn moon? And it's just a bunch of clouds around it. It looks kind of like popcorn on top of moon.
Ooh.
We'll start that. Y'all, big popcorn moon night. You guys watching that popcorn moon? You see that popcorn moon? We got to act like we were the people that saw it, and other people like, fuck, I missed it. Because every time people get excited, I was like, a strawberry moon? Why didn't you tell me? I wouldn't have looked. I wouldn't have looked. I was like,
or people won't look and say they did. Be like, yeah, dude, I saw the popcorn moon.
I saw the popcorn
Oh,
moon.
you fucking did it.
I don't even care if you did. What does it do? Nothing? Does it make strawberries grow at night? I don't know. No, it's just like slightly red.
Why? I don't know.
Because the moon, dude.
And then you look at it and you're like, I don't know. I guess fucking kinda. Not really, though.
Probably because of pollutants.
All I know is the blood moon means blood was spilt the previous day. Or is that the red sunrise? Shit. It's Lord of the Rings. I'm doing a Lord of the Rings bit.
Oh, I was going to say, I
Legolas says it.
Going.
Yeah, because it was a red sunrise. Blood was spilt this day. That's when, all the orcs had been slaughtered and the hobbits crawled off into the forest.
I don't know that.
Sometimes I just wish you were a little bit more of a fucking nerd, dude.
I watched all the Harry Potters. I told you, the end of Lord of the Rings, it ruined it for me. I was like, fuck this shit.
A red sun rises.
Red sunrise.
Shit. Sun, moon.
They're
same
basically
thing.
the same thing.
It's just the front and the back.
You don't have
It's the same thing.
Yin yang, potato, tomato, tomato.
I want to convince somebody out there, which I'm sure they're already out there, that the sun and the moon, it's the same thing. They're just different sides. Like, how come one's way bigger in the sky? Fuck government.
Because inflation.
Obama.
Yeah, dude, it's inflation. In this economy, you think the moon's gonna be big in this economy?
Strawberry moon. Just an excuse to eat some strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta have it. It's not a cheat meal. It's for the moon.
Strawberry moon does sound like a Ben and Jerry flavor.
Oh, yeah. With like
Very
marshmallows
good.
and shit in it. Or maybe cheese, because the moon is made out of cheese.
Yeah.
Strawberry and cheese ice cream. That sounds good.
Strawberry.
It's probably like a
kind of.
Swedish delicacy.
Yeah. I
Yes,
bet.
we put the strawberries and the cheese into our ice cream.
Is that Swedish?
It's kind of German.
I was
Honestly.
thinking it was very German. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know a Swedish accent. Herfen Dürfen.
That works.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. But yeah, shout out to the moon. It's back. That's really all I had on that.
Moons go hard.
What else did you have?
Suffering
Suffering.
/ the course is back. Because I
Suffering.
don't know if you've seen the videos. We got a major championship coming up this weekend. It's the US Open.
The US Open.
Bro, you drop a ball in that rough, disappears.
Oh, like the tall grass.
Like they do it before every major tournament. They show
Yo,
a video of
if
that.
you drop this where the grass is the tallest, turns out you can't even see it.
But they are. I did look it up, and the projected cut line is +6. People are going to get fucked up by this course. It's going to be awesome to watch.
I want to see them do it in like the water. Like they go to the water. Like, look at this. When you drop the ball, gone.
That would be
Can't even see it.
that. Okay, you got to remember
Can
that.
you
for the
imagine if you hit a shot here?
the next major tournament, or next time you're at the we have a gravy hole.
Yeah.
You got to film yourself just dropping a ball in the water. And
They
be
say
like,
the Rod Ryan golf tournament's
It's
easy,
crazy.
but check out the rough over here, and then look at this water.
no.
Can't
You
see
drop it
it.
in the water, and then you act like you're at every major tournament. After that, you just repost the same video.
That's a good call.
Of course, it's gonna be rough. Look at the water. Ball gone.
Sand trap, and then you just cover it up real fast. Like, what? Am I at a beach? Next time I go to the beach,
Go to the beach. Bring a golf ball.
What is this?
You
Like
see the
quicksand?
size of this fucking sand trap?
They have quicksand traps. This course is ridiculous.
But I mean, it's big weekend for you. I mean, it is a time-honored tradition of dads to take a nap on Sunday during any major. So
Oh yeah. Oh, dads
also
are back.
it's Father's Day, so I guess
Dads are back.
shout out dads. Hey guys, don't forget, it's not too late to get him a present.
I got my dad a present.
I got him 2.
Fuck.
I mean, one of them is just ball cream because I thought it'd be funny. I was like, it's gonna be hot outside. He probably doesn't want to chafe.
That's good. It's a practical gift. He'll
Very
probably
practical.
use it.
And then my other gift is something that he might use one time, but he doesn't really have a need for. Like every fucking father's gift there is.
Yeah.
Like, I got you this, Dad. Thanks. More junk for my garage.
I just
Appreciate
said
it.
I wanted a tie.
You don't wear ties.
I know. It's why I want. But like that's like a stereotypical dad gift. It'd be funny to just get a tie.
Get like a giant's tie.
Like a piano neck tie.
A tie that has a print of a tie on it.
A tie with another tie attached to the tie. A tie that has the tie that's wearing a tie.
A tie with TIE fighters all over it.
Wearing a tie. With Thai food on it.
Tieception.
And then Ty Burrell that played.
That just
Ty Burrell from
if
Modern
If
Family.
you flip up the big part of it, he's on the little tie underneath. You got a hidden tie.
So Emma and Elle, if you're watching this, that's what I want.
Yeah, get that custom made in the next 4 days.
I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure it's out there.
The tie.
I got license plate covers. That's what I got. I bought it myself. I was like, here's what I want. I don't want him to buy me a real thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's weird. But I can do the like, Sunday, I'd like to be left alone.
What do you
I
want to
should-
do for Father's Day? How about we have a day where we don't spend my money?
My daughter's birthday is also on Father's Day, too. So we will be celebrating her instead of me, which is fine.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
This is fine.
No, it's honestly better, guys. You don't want anything for Father's Day.
I don't. I really don't.
Guys don't. You got it all, man.
Yeah.
You got a beautiful family.
Yeah, I want
Loves
to
you.
ask, are you excited for Father's Day? But not like, oh, celebrate me, but just like, this is your first Father's Day, right?
No, second Father's Day. She was born the day before Father's Day last
yeah,
year,
yeah.
but it was a weird one.
Uh-huh.
Because then at the hospital, everybody's like, "Oh my God, happy Father's Day!" It's like, "Don't." My wife is like, she is just had a child. Let's
Yeah.
celebrate her today.
Yeah, so obviously he couldn't do anything. Think about this time though. Father's Day this year, she can't get pregnant.
and she's going to be a year old. I mean,
It's true.
Your wife can't get pregnant this year.
That's true.
Big day for you.
Always wanted a 1-year-old for Father's Day, and so now I got it.
Sick, dude.
Dream come true.
Nice.
Dreams do come true.
Guess what? You get to run that back next year.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, a little bit before.
No, shit.
Oh,
In 2 years, you'll get to run that back. She'll be 1. Your second one will be 1 during the second.
Should be almost 1.
It's too much math all of a sudden, man.
I'm not good at math.
it's cornhole over again.
we're literally, it's the number 1 that we said 3 times, and my brain started going, no more numbers.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had a party for her this weekend, so I feel like she's already won, but she's not really won.
That's my not cool, by the way. We're jumping ahead of ourselves.
Okay, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
I'll hop on that one with you.
We'll get to it. But yeah, shout out dads.
Shout out dads.
Shout out dads.
Tell your dad you love him.
It's weird. Like I've always never celebrated. Like I don't want to be celebrated at all. It's kind of like a birthday, but it's like I was. What's up with my dad? And like doing that shit. So it's like I just expected we're just going to the dad's houses. That's what my plans were. And then it's like, oh, and then my kid's got a birthday. So literally everybody, like 3 other people. Let's just do that. And I'll just stay in the shadows.
It'll be a good day.
Stay in the shadows where I belong. All right. Robert, you have any more comeback kids? No? That's it? All right. Moving on. Let's get to the not cool segment where we get to bitch. Robert, I'm sure will get to lead us off when we get to our not cools. But if you have a not cool throughout the week, you stub your toe, maybe you get run over by a bus. All of those are varying degrees of not cool. If something like that happens that makes you say, hey, man, that's not cool, hit us up at PassGreatPod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. Jordan Welch, I corrected it for you, but he just did hashtag not cool. I saw it fast enough, so I was able to correct it. But we search hashtag PTG not cool. The rest of the internet uses hashtag not cool, so we can put hashtag PTG not cool. That's how we'll search for it. We only use Twitter, so hit us up at PassGreatPod, hashtag PTG not cool. Share your not cool. Try and summarize it as easily as could be read, so for some dumb guys like us to be able to read it right off the fly. But at PassGreatPod, hashtag PTG not cool. This is the not cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, let's start with some listener, viewer, not cools. This is from Quentin Hughes at Q the Ace on X, and he says his not cool is coworkers stealing my food, and it looked like it was something from Buc-ee's too. So that's even more not cool.
I think that's grounds for assault.
Just don't steal your coworkers' shit.
Like if you go, like even if they sue you after you assault them, and you go to a jury in Texas,
I'm not.
And
gonna
it was like, well, he assaulted me. Well, actually, he started the fight. What happened? He stole my Buc-ee's food. There's not a jury in Texas that's going to convict you.
I would sit in that room and be like, hey, guys, I'm just going to be out. I'm going to be up front here. I ain't finding him guilty. He stole his shit.
He was trying to protect his property. Well, it was already gone. Didn't know that for sure.
Well, how's he going to prevent that from happening in the future?
I will never fucking understand.
Oh, you could
people
not
that
bring
steal,
food to work. Oh, you just can't eat. You can't ever eat. Oh, wow, guy can't eat. Guys can't have hobbies.
Like it's one thing. Like back in college, you might steal a little bit of food from your roommate or something like that. As an adult at work, stealing somebody else's lunch is just wild fucking move.
It is wild. It is absolutely wild that people do that.
How do you even just go, I forgot lunch. Let me just see what's in the fridge. I will steal somebody else's lunch.
Especially when it has like someone's name on it.
Dude, you're a fucking piece of shit. Because now they're out. You're like, oh, I just didn't have any money for lunch. Okay, you skip a meal then.
Yeah, that's on you, bud. I did my work. I did my prep. I don't understand that.
Go run to fucking HEB and buy a cup of noodles
for
$1.26.
There's DoorDash.
Q, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, that sucks, bro.
I can't even imagine the rage I would fly into.
That sucks.
I hope it wasn't like a Buc-ee's fucking breakfast burrito because those are elite.
It looked like it was something in a bag. He sent a picture of it, but T's and P's, brother. T's and P's.
It's a rough one.
Our next not cool is from Jordan Welch at J_Welch2795. He says, there's workers repairing my patio while I'm trying to work online and it's loud as fuck.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do.
At least you're getting your patio repaired. But yeah, when you're like, say that again. And Jordan, now we're going to go to you in the meeting. You're like, sorry. They're doing construction outside. you know how that goes, and it just doesn't go away.
Sorry, I can't work today. It's a work from home day, but there's excessive construction noise on my street, and I can't hear anything.
That sucks.
That blows, man.
T's and P's, brother.
Next time, try and use it as an excuse to get out of work.
Yeah. Think about that.
Weasel out of it.
Tessa Goriantz says, or at Tessa Goriantz on X says, viral infections are her not cool. She says she has her third one this year, and she is not down with the sickness. Yeah. Maybe try not going so viral.
Maybe try 400 cc's of Kentucky bourbon.
That's Pat's recommendation always.
Not sick.
I believe she does work at a liquor store, so that would.
There's no excuse. She should know the remedy.
Yeah, so try a little Pat medicine and let us know how that works.
It works. See, here's the only thing though.
But he plays one on the podcast.
With a viral infection, though, that might not work. It works for like germs, because alcohol kills germs. We know that. It's a scientific fact.
Yeah.
A viral infection might be a little different, because I don't understand what that is.
Is it breathing?
It could be.
Robert, Google viral infection.
It's the virus.
Oh.
It's not bacteria.
Oh, that's what a virus is. That makes sense.
I mean, I understand that, but like,
are computers,
what does that mean? I never really paid attention in science.
I really didn't pay attention, and most of the times I should have paid attention. You're right.
I know Cyrus the Virus from Con Air. He was bad.
Okay.
So viruses are
Sounds
bad.
Coronavirus.
But also,
coronavirus was a thing.
How did they kill the aliens in Independence Day? They gave their ship a virus. So viruses can be good.
Well, and then
but the virus killed the ship.
He drove up into the.
Yeah, but the virus brought down the shields.
But then he sacrificed himself.
Yeah, I mean, we still needed power or explosives, but
right.
The shields went down.
Right, the shields did go down.
So viruses bring down your shield, so then you're more vulnerable to the other.
Right.
This is all making.
Yeah.
This is how I learn. You got to relate it to idiot terms for me.
Like we don't even need kids to learn stuff in school. Just put on Independence Day. And kids,
Right.
That's how sickness happens.
Welcome to Earth.
Sickness is an alien trying to invade your body and blow up the White House. TV White House. We're not
T's and P's, though.
We are not for blowing up the White House. Just
Nope.
FYI, YouTube.
Nope.
FYI,
I am not Kathy Griffin.
You know what? Bleep that part out, Robert.
I am not Madonna.
Bleep that part out. All right, we are peaceful protests only. Cactivism. Remember, I literally started the podcast with Cactivism. So put cactuses in front of the White House if you want. Don't if you don't. But that's as far as I'm willing to go. Okay. Just are they giving us houseplants? Why are there 1,000 of them?
Cactivism.
But then
sir.
also like Cactivism works because then it's how annoying would that be to have to move 1,000 cactuses?
At that point, it's just like an in real life meme.
It's just you're just making them slightly inconvenienced, which is kind of the worst kind of inconvenience.
That's what I call a German prank.
Because it's a thing. Yeah, you would just like you wouldn't do it that day. You're like, fuck, they got more cactuses out there. Then the next day, then like when those cactuses multiply, because more people come out there and put there, you're like, I'll fucking get to that this weekend. And then by the weekend, there's 100 million cactuses, and
neighbors
you're like,
neighbors are just calling you the cactus
Yeah,
man.
you just keep putting it off because you're like, well, I could do that in however long it takes. Like that's not that long. It's not a big chore. It's just inconvenient.
It's like when
And
I
it
only
adds up,
clean,
and then you get pricked, and you're like, God damn it, now it hurts.
I only clean the table next to my couch when it is full.
Yep.
You just put it off until the last second.
Future me's problem.
Mhm.
Future use.
And it always is a problem.
even
'cause I
more
don't wanna
future
do
me's
it.
problem. All right, Robert, why don't you start us off since you kind of tipped your hand?
Yeah, I mean, where was the invite to this birthday party that you had for your daughter?
Yeah, I mean, somebody showed me a picture of it, and I was like, oh, cool.
Would you guys have gone to it?
No, I immediately, I was like, I 100% get why he didn't invite me.
I would have gone.
You would have gone.
I would have
You
gone.
really would have gone.
I really would have gone.
If you had, I mean, maybe.
On the morning show, shout out the Rod Ryan Show, 945 The
Wait, hold on. When was it?
It was this past Saturday.
See, I had to go to my buddies to pick up my fantasy football trophy. I had prior engagement.
See? But like,
Also, I'm the guy that will just show up with booze to a 1-year-old birthday party.
as a now dad of a 1-year-old, like I'm pretty new at this whole thing. And one thing I've always heard from all of my friends that had kids was how much of a pain in the ass it is to go to kids' birthday parties. They're like, dude, every fucking weekend, you get some classmates got a birthday, you gotta go do this. And I was like, 1-year-olds aren't ever going to, like, you're not going to remember your first birthday party. I thought it was an awesome party. My in-laws threw it. It was great. There was a lot of food. It was cool. There was a bounce house. There was water slides. It was tight.
Sick.
But like, I was just like, I feel like I don't want to burden my people. So like, my coworkers are like, "What the fuck, dude? You having a 1-year-old birthday party?" Like, I thought it was gonna be 15, 20 people, and then my in-laws was like, "No, keep inviting people." And then Rod was like, "You're not gonna invite me?" I was like, I would love to have you there. I just didn't want to burden you with the like, hey, here's another event you have to go to. Like,
That's when you throw out that, listen, if you guys want to come by, cool. By no way are you obligated. It's a 1-year-old birthday party.
yeah,
Do
it
what
said
you
no
want.
gifts, so
No,
then you
but-
have to go buy stuff.
Here's my thinking. Like, it's your first one. I would want to be there more as a celebration, kind of like of you. I know
Which
you
I
don't-
feel weird. I feel weird with that.
I know you don't like that like celebration of you, but like, like I would show up for you.
Yeah, no,
would
I
show up for you.
appreciate that.
It's just the dude thing of not wanting to be a burden.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely what it was. So it's like I was just like, Robert and Sam probably have a bunch of stuff going on the weekend. Sam just went to Plant Con. I don't know if there's another Plant Con. She's saving a cactus right now. Using clothing swap takes up a lot of time. I know that. I know Robert's a busy guy, and when you work during the week all the time, like you wanted to probably chill. You got the new Switch, so you're probably trying to play that. Like I didn't want to make you get off the Switch for 2 hours to come hang out. Like you probably had a lot better things to do. Pat had to go get a trophy. Like
Sick. It says my team name on it.
that is tight.
Yeah,
That
right
is
there.
tight. But that was why
Two-time winner.
That was why I like didn't invite, and then I ended up inviting just a lot of other people, and then like a bunch of family showed up. So like it was a lot of fun. I had a good time, but I just feel bad because then like my in-laws had done all this work and all that stuff where I'm just like I'm a burden on everybody. Where I'd rather go to a place that's like a central, like a not anybody's house where no one else has to clean up after us. Like go like for my birthday, I like go to like the track, go to the horse track, watch the races. We can all, hey, let's get together because of this event, but then our event concludes when we all go our separate ways and like no one has to clean up or buy a bunch of food.
Yes.
Everybody can pay for whatever they're getting. We can all hang out, have a great time, and then see you later. I'm out. And my in-laws went above and beyond. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate the fuck out of it, but I was just like, I didn't want to burden other people with like taking up a Saturday. It's a Saturday before Father's Day. I knew that everybody was going to be like, well, next weekend, we got this stuff to do. So I was trying to just chill. And there were like 40 people there.
And then, God forbid, somebody won't leave, and you
Didn't
can't
have
leave.
that. Didn't have that.
But that's a scary
But
thought to
yeah.
have when like there's somebody who's lingering, and you're like, I want this party to be gone or done so badly, but I don't want to start throwing people
But
out.
like when my wife was like, "Well, send it to some of your buddies and stuff." So like I sent it to one of my the guys that I play Fortnite with, and I was like, "Hey, no pressure at all. Absolutely not a big deal." Like one of them, my friend Tyler lives in Bryan. My friend Curtis lives in Austin, the Godfather of the podcast. Curtis and his girlfriend drove all the way fucking from Austin to do a 2-hour. Like the drive was longer than the party was.
I mean,
but
he
I was-
probably saw some family while he was.
No, he didn't. His,
He just
his
turned around
mom was
and went
out of
home?
town. Yeah, he went home. But I was like, it means
That's a good friend.
I know, and I was just like, dude, you didn't have to do this at all. And I was just like, it was one of those like, this is the one you don't have to go to. Like, this is the one like when she's gonna remember like, oh, Uncle Kurt didn't go to this. Like, then I want you to go like when she's like 4 or 5 and stuff like that. Like, this is one. I'll tell you were there.
Yeah, it's the same thing too. Like Curtis Wayne, like if I would have been invited, I would have gone.
No, and I appreciate that. And I just like now you didn't have the burden of like I have an invite, and if I don't go, is Alex gonna be mad that I didn't go? And I would not have been mad. And I kept telling everybody again, no pressure, absolutely fine if you don't go. I don't need any gifts. We don't need any of this. It says no gifts necessary on it. And then people loaded up a bunch of gifts, and like it was just like people that loved their daughter was really sweet. And then she didn't like it when we sang happy birthday to her. She cried. There's a lot of people.
She's like her daddy. She doesn't like the attention.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. That was you're not cool, huh?
That was my not cool.
I'm sorry that I was you're not cool.
Betrayal.
I'll invite you.
betrayal.
I'll invite you to the second birthday party.
Well, now I don't know if I want to go to the
Oh,
second.
see? And then I just won't invite you to the third then. And you're like, what the fuck? Why didn't you get invited? Because you said you were mad about the first one and the second one you didn't go. I don't have any good ones, but I was taking out my dishwasher's broken. The little top rack thing, like some of the brackets came off, and I can't fix it. And I've tried to fix it, and I can just shove it back in there, and it kind of fucks up the little blade that spins around, so it makes it very difficult to do dishes. And my landlord's like, well, you have like a $100 deductible on all the repairs that happen. I was like, that's fine. And then she's like, well, if it's if it's something that happened because of you, then it's like you're gonna be fully responsible for it. I was like, is wear and tear my fault, or is that a dishwasher that gets opened and pulled out and then put back in? Like, it wasn't like I was kicking it.
You've been there, what, like 3 months, 4 months?
This is month 3, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The dishwasher broke 3 months into me being here. All I was doing was doing dishes.
I also have
man.
some other stuff that I could ask about, like where like the dryer doesn't
The
close.
new saga begins.
The dryer doesn't close all the way, so we have a child lock on it, so it keeps it closed. I was like, look, I'm not gonna burden you with any problems. Like, I'm just gonna tell you, like, I can get by, but like the dishwasher, I would like to be fixed. If I'm gonna have to pay for all of this, then I'm gonna start asking for some stuff that's not my fault, that I can 100% prove is not my fault. But like, is just opening the dishwasher, is that me breaking it? If I jumped up and down on the second rack and broke it, yes, absolutely. That's on me. That was a broken thing that happened. So that's not cool. And then I was running the other day and I strained my calf, and so now my calf hurts, and that sucks. If I just start lifting again instead of running, so try and rehab it. But
Hey, at least you have an excuse not to run.
Yeah,
I like running.
The calf strains. I was listening to Lil Wayne. I finished the run through it, and it was not a great idea because the next day was really, really sore.
Is it still sore?
Yeah.
Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, because the last thing you want to happen right now is wake up in the middle of the night with a calf cramp.
Yep.
While the calf is strained.
Yep. It's the gastrocnemius muscle, I believe. Got some rehab I've been doing with it.
Eat some bananas too.
Yeah.
Potassium, good for cramps. Monkeys
Right
never
here,
cramp.
This one right here, and like if I was wearing shorts, you could see the little ball when I do this. It's just like, yep, pulled. So it looks like it's about a 2-week recovery time. I should be back on the track anytime soon. But little like when you're running and then you're like, I was on the far side of the track, so then you just kind of come up lame, where I was just like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Is it just a cramp? And I was like, I don't want to tear an Achilles. I'm always like deathly afraid of tearing an Achilles. And I was like, well, if I keep running, what if it pulls that? And then I don't know. So you just kind of like jog with like a weird like limp for a second, and you're okay. I think I can stretch it out and finish this. And then the power of Lil Wayne helped me get through that, and then I got through that. And the next morning when I woke up, I was like, I should have just quit right then and gone inside. But yeah, I have a calf strain and a broken dishwasher, and those are my not cools. Nothing big.
I got two. I was driving yesterday, and I'm in my car, and all of a sudden I'm like, it's fucking warm in here. What is happening? So I've got one of those, like a phone charger that you clip into your AC vent right there, just so so it sits up right there. Right behind it is the AC button. I had accidentally turned off my AC in my car. I was just sitting there.
Sauna.
Yeah, it was only a couple minutes, and I turned the AC back on. It was cool, like instantly, but it was very uncomfortable for about 10 seconds there, and I did not enjoy that one bit.
I bet.
My other one was as I'm getting home last night, I had to pee. So it was one of those ones where like you're getting close on your street and you're like, I might piss my pants before I can get in the door. But I had like my backpack. I had a couple bottles of whiskey that I had bought. So I'm trying to grab everything, get out of the car really quick. As I get out of the car, dropped one of them, just shattered all over my fucking driveway.
Was it the good one or the secondary one? Or
They were both the same. It was cheap.
Okay.
So it was a $13 bottle. I'm not broken up about it. It was just more so annoying that because I was trying to get inside and pee real quick, and then I had to get online because it was like the time that my friends all said we're going to get online. So then I'm playing video games for the next 2 hours, just thinking I still have to go out there and sweep up a bunch of glass.
Oh yeah.
Because you're like, fuck, did it get behind my tires? Is it going to be in there? I don't want to roll over glass. Yeah, it was 9:30 at night. I'm fucking sweating because it's still 86 degrees outside.
I've had that happen where you like get beer and the bottom of the beer thing is a little soggy, and then you're walking into the house and
But at least like beer, it's okay. It fall like if it's glass bottles.
Glass,
oh yeah.
yeah.
So I remember one time I was leaving to go to my parents. Like I got home after work, I'm gathering all my shit. I'm walking out the door, same thing. I dropped like half a handle of whiskey and shattered it as I'm trying to leave. That time, luckily, I was just like, "Hey, can you come outside and clean this? I got to go by," and just fucking left. I waited for the okay that she would clean it first, but
that would have been funnier if you did.
Yeah, so I'm down a bottle of whiskey.
T's and P's.
I only have one bottle of whiskey right now.
Only one.
Fucking life is rough.
Fuck, dude. No one's got it as bad as Pat. Pat has the worst not cool, I think.
Tragic.
All right. Well, that was our not cool segment. I hope you feel better now that our not cools have been shared. See, we're just like you.
Same.
Moving on, let's get to the answer segment. We do the Precome segment where we ask any questions, we come up with ideas. If you want to ask us whatever you want to ask us, we got you here on the answer segment. It's at PassGrayPod on X. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we search for them. We search on X first. That's the best way to get seen. Hashtag PTG Answers to at PassGrayPod. And if you want us to power rank things, we're the best at power ranking stuff. We are also medical experts. We are parenting experts. We are relationship experts. Anything you need.
Experts.
We're
experts on
being
experts.
an expert if you needed that. Anything you got a high thought, a drunk idea, anything like that you want to run by the boys, hit us up at PassGrayPod. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. You can also email them to us, although we check X first. You can email them to us, passgraypod@gmail.com. Put answers in the subject, and that's how we will search for them that way. Hit us up at PassGrayPod, hashtag PTG Answers, and then passgraypod@gmail.com with answers in the subject. It's brought to you by the PTG YouTube channel, Pass the Gravy Podcast on YouTube. Hit search on that. Go subscribe to us. Help us out. Share us with a friend. Comment on, what were we commenting on? What sport you thought you could do best at of all the major sports.
Professionally.
YouTube.com/@PassGrayPodcast. Go search for us. Share us with a friend. Like the video. Comment. Help us with the algorithm on YouTube. Help us show up there, and we would really appreciate that. Pass the Gray Podcast on YouTube, the Pass the Gray Podcast YouTube channel, the sponsor of this week's Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, I am going to do some moving around here. I'm going to put Ashley's question first. And she says, it's Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix on X. And she says, is a couch a chair? My argument is that you can't lounge in a chair, but you can on a couch. So a couch is not a chair. Have you ever heard of a lounge chair, Ashley?
I was about to say, I've lounged in almost every chair I've ever been in.
Like lazy boys, but they're literally
Lazy boy.
A
love seat is a chair.
If you Google lounge chair, it shows you like a pool chair.
Lounging is more like a state of mind, dog.
It is.
Like, I'll be at work, just like in a dead time, we're sitting at the table, maybe we're eating lunch as managers. I get damn near horizontal in that bitch. I will lounge in any chair. If it's not a stool, I can lounge in it. I'm a professional lounger.
Yeah, so I would say that a couch is definitely a chair.
Yeah. It's just a big chair.
It's an extension of a chair.
Think about a love seat. That's a chair. It's built like a chair. It's like a miniature couch, but you can fit two people on it. It's still a chair.
It's just like a fancier chair, a fancier combination of chairs. Really, a couch is just multiple chairs put together and then something sewn over it.
Hell, a curb can be a chair.
Yeah, or a couch.
True.
It's like a stone couch.
Couches are just big chairs.
Everything in the world is kind of a couch or a chair. All couches are chairs, but not all chairs are couches. I guess you could say.
I didn't like that. I don't like that everything can be a couch, and it makes me immediately rethink my
no.
curb being a chair thing.
Everything's either a couch or a chair, but all chairs are not couches. All couches are chairs.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Yeah, but it makes sense though.
It does. Yeah, no, dude, they're fucking chairs.
Like, the guy that invented a couch was like, hey, like, I get that we got places for people to sit, but it would be cool if we could all sit, like, together and face the same direction. We got chairs for that. No. Like, what if you give me that chair and this chair and this chair and just throw this cloth over it and then fucking let me sew it up real fast? Like, done. And they're like, wow.
Couches are just premium chairs.
They're just long chairs.
They're more room. It's like you can get Hulu, but you can get Hulu Premium with no ads.
They're super chairs.
Being able to lay down is the no ads of chairs.
Yeah.
But you can, you can most definitely lounge in chairs. I'm fucking doing it right now.
And then, like, the shittiest couch would be airport couches, which are really just the, like, rows of chairs that are stuck together because those are technically couches. But they're like the most uncomfortable one because there's a fucking armrest in it.
No, the shittiest couch is the couch you have to sleep on at a friend's house when they don't give you a blanket.
Well, it's a good couch, but it's just you're cold because you don't have a blanket.
So it's no longer a good couch. Now, when you wake up the next day and you don't need the blanket and you're sitting on it, great couch again.
Good couch again? Okay.
Or maybe, no, I think that just makes that couch a bad bed.
Bad bed, yeah. I mean, couches can be beds. Chairs, you can sleep on
Couch
a chair.
can be elite
I don't know.
beds.
When my wife gave birth last time, I slept on a chair, and it was one of those like pull-out chairs. That was wild. They're like, yeah, just pull it out. It's just like a really, really small, narrow bed. All right. It's tight.
Yeah.
Okay. So, couches are chairs, Ashley.
For sure.
Good question.
You need to just fix your state of mind. You gotta start lounging more. I get it. Being a mom's not easy. There's always stresses that go along with it. Take 5 minutes every day and just lounge.
Just lounge. Make you feel better.
That's therapy.
Yeah, that's the real therapy.
Yeah.
You can get addicted to that.
I get addicted to a couch and a chair real quick.
Mary B emailed in and says, are pot pies really just soup cakes?
No, they're gateway drugs.
Gateway drugs.
My first reaction was no. So I was like, dude, the inside, it's a little, it's thick, it's chunky. And then I was like, Campbell's Chunky Soup.
Right, but I was thinking like pie is very accurate as to what it is. You want to call it like a stew pie? Because I feel like a chicken pot pie is more of a stew.
That's it. It's a
Basically,
stew,
it's got
not
carrots.
a soup.
It's got all the other stuff. Not that you can't put carrots and other stuff like that in a soup, but like it's not as like soupy inside. It's more stew-like.
Technically, I would give that to you, though, because I think a stew could be considered a soup.
Hearty soup.
Because, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, chicken dumplings can be kind of thick. Could
True.
technically be kind of a stew, but we
think-
have established that is a soup.
Soup cakes. No, it would just
I'm going to say, yeah. I think
pie is very accurate as to what it is.
I'm down with the soup cake, though. But you know what? No.
But the cake,
no, you
the pie has
you
like
hit
it's
it right.
covered. It's over.
'Cause
It's covered over.
Cakes aren't covered. They're layered,
Layered.
but
yeah,
the
they're
pie
iced.
has that the top crust makes it a
Yeah.
pie. So yeah, soup pie, not a soup cake. Good job.
soup pie.
You're a smart man.
I'd prefer stew pie, but I think soup pie also would play.
It's just funny to me that there are people out there that have serious conversations like this trying to figure out real problems in the world, and we're like, dude, fucking soups and chairs.
Yeah, and then that's where we have you have us. You can just be like, hey, let me pass the gravy.
I want to
Whenever
turn
your-
my brain off
yeah.
for the next 2 hours.
Whenever
What should I
your
listen
friends
to?
are like, hey, like what's like an educated podcast that I can like learn stuff with? Like Pass the Gravy podcast, the answer segment teaches us things all the time.
We take unserious things very seriously.
You don't ask us a question, we're not going to answer.
And
for
I
real.
take serious things very unseriously.
Yeah.
That's just how I live my life.
I would say that's the best quality about you.
Yeah. I got a laissez-faire attitude towards existence.
Pat's not calling me about what's going on in politics. Pat's like, hey, let's put this 5-team parlay together. And I'm like, all right, let's go.
Giants
Yo.
minus 1.5. They're playing the Rockies.
Yeah, do you think the Astros are going to beat the White Sox? I'm like, sure, let's go. I'm in, dude. Yeah.
Dude, check out
let's
this
go.
video of boobs.
Yeah. It's guys being dudes, man. All right, this is a good one. I had to catch up. I had to like do a little research on this. Just to kinda
Oh, you
compare.
son of a bitch. This is going to be the hardest one we've ever had.
So this is from Sebastian Viezquez at Carbalock23 on X. He's at that's CARBALAC23 on X. And he says, power rank these guitar solos. He gives us Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits, Freebird by Lynyrd Skynyrd, Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, Hotel California by the Eagles, and Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. Now, I went back, listened to all of these, put together my list, and I feel like it's going to look like just like the most like just biased list. Not biased,
Give
but
me
like,
a quick refresher on the solo from Comfortably Numb.
no.
Like, I'm serious. Like, in my head, I can't. Like, literally, until you read it right there, in my head, I thought it was something by, what was Chester Bennington's band? Linkin Park.
Linkin Park. That's just
I read
numb.
Pink Floyd as Linkin Park. And Comfortably Numb as just numb. So, like, I can't.
headphones because we can't get copyrighted.
Like, I can picture the lyrics. I can't picture the fucking solo. Why don't we, while you're pulling that up for me, Let's have the authority give us his list, because I'm pretty sure Robert hasn't heard any of these.
Yeah, you go off. I'll go.
I don't even know if I have these in the right ear.
I'll go first because, as Pat said, I have not listened to any of these. I've heard one song.
You've heard
2 songs.
multiple.
I've heard 2 of these songs.
You've definitely heard 3. You haven't heard Hotel California?
That's the one I have heard.
You haven't heard Sweet Child of Mine?
And that's the other one I've heard.
You haven't heard Freebird?
No.
That's shocking.
You haven't
Sultans
heard
of Swing
Freebird.
does not shock me that he
No.
hasn't heard.
All right.
So I'm going to go.
Just slide it until it gets to the solo.
I'm going to go by the name of the song that I think is the coolest.
Okay.
So number 5.
So not at all, and nothing related to the solo
So
at
number
all.
5, I'm going Sweet Child of Mine because I don't want a kid. I don't want any kids. So
Fair enough. They're
Sweet Child of
loud.
Mine is last. Number 4, I'm going Hotel California. Doesn't seem like a really creative name for a hotel.
Like for the whole state? Jeez, how big is it?
Number 3, Sultans of Swing. Like,
You like baseball.
It's fun to say.
yeah. Number 2 and number 1 are really where I struggle the most. But I'm gonna go.
The 2 you've heard.
No, yeah, I haven't heard either of these 2. But number 2, I'm gonna go Comfortably Numb, because that seems kind of fun.
And you like Linkin Park, and it
Yeah.
sounds sort of like a Linkin Park song.
Yeah. It's like a mashup of Numb and
It's not,
Comfortably.
though. It's not, though.
And then number 1, I'm going Freebird. I've had the burritos a couple of times, and they were good. I enjoy the burritos.
All right. I'm going to go. 1 is Freebird. Freebird fucking rocks. I'm an American. I'm a patriot.
I'm literally doing it in my head right now.
Number 2 is Sweet Child of Mine / just fucking shredding. That shit rocks. I was really like the hardest was 3 and 4. I hate the fucking Eagles, man. But Hotel California, that fucking solo in there is just like it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Ashley, put it on when you're lounging. Just put the guitar solo on. Can't lounge any harder than that. That's just vibing. Comfortably Numb is good. It just doesn't have like the soul that I feel like the Hotel California solo has. I really like Comfortably Numb though. A very underrated guitar solo, even though it's not at all. And then Sultans of Swing, cool. Just like out of these 5, it had to be last. Like
Had to be?
I thought
Had to be.
it had to be last.
Said had to be.
I thought it had to be last. So I go Freebird, Sweet Child of Mine, Hotel California, Comfortably Numb, and Sultans of Swing.
All right, I'm going to go 5-1.
Okay.
And even though I was just making fun of your had to be, this is my favorite. Not saying which song is better.
All right.
It's my favorite. I'm with you, Comfortably Numb. It just kind of lacks the that every other one of these
It's
has.
good.
It's a great solo. There's a lot of other solos. I probably would have put fucking Deep Purple Smoke on the Water on this
Yeah.
list instead of that. Or
But that's why we like, you got to give us 5 things. We're going to rank them.
So yeah, that's going to be number 5. Hotel 4. Fucking great and everything. But also, when I want a guitar solo, I kind of want a little...
Shredding.
I want some shredding with it. With the guitar.
Okay.
Not saying that's not Hotel California, but it's more of a laid-back song.
Well, yeah, that's like the whole point of the
3,
song.
Sweet Child of Mine. This is where we start to get good. Like, it's
Okay. You got Sweet Child at 3.
Sweet Child at 3. Yeah,
All right.
without a doubt.
All right.
Number 2, this is where we're going off, and people are going to be like, oh, it's so much better. I'm putting Freebird at 2,
What?
only because Sultans of Swing is one of
Un-American.
my favorite guitar solos of all time. Mark Knopfler is
Very
probably
good.
my favorite
Very
guitarist of all
good.
time. And actually, if you would have had fucking money for nothing on here, that would have been my number 1. They would have been 1, 2. I've been in a big fucking kick of them for like the last 3 months. I love Dire
Yeah,
Straits.
Dire Straits is good.
Sultans, like just his style, the way he fucking like picks it and play.
Yeah.
I fucking love Sultans of Swing so much. So I go Comfortably Numb, Hotel, Child of Mine, Freebird 2, and the King, the Sultan,
The Sultan.
Sultan of Swing.
And of Pat's Power Rankings. All right. That was a really good one, Sebastian.
I love that.
Made us think on that one. That was good. Power ranking guitar solos.
Give us another one next week of 5
yeah,
new songs.
somebody find some good stuff. All right, next question. This is from Luke Soin. Luke Soin writes in and says, speaking of space real estate, which we weren't talking about, how much would the Big Dipper cost to buy?
Bro, at least like 5 Garbons.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I just made up alien currency.
No, that sounds like it would be alien currency. So what my logic was is like large acquisitions of land. Only thing I can really think of is Louisiana Purchase. So Louisiana Purchase, I looked up. I did a little math on this, and I suck at math, so it may be off. But I was like, how big is the Big Dipper first? Like, Louisiana Purchase was pretty big. But the Louisiana Purchase was 828,000 miles that we got from France. Then I was like, how big is Big Dipper? Big Dipper it's like the size, it's the length of 40 moons. And the moon, 2,000 miles of surface area on it. So I just was like, okay, 40 moons times 2,000, that's 80,000 miles. So 80,000 miles, nowhere near what the Louisiana Purchase was, but space, that's the future.
Hey, didn't you? You said it was the moon's 2,000 miles, and it's how many moons?
40.
Add a 0. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard 400. I was like, I think his math is way the fuck
No. I asked Siri to do it, so it's Siri's fault.
Smart.
So 80,000 miles is like the size of the whole Big Dipper, which when you think about it, like how much would you have guessed the Big Dipper is, like size-wise? Because I would have not been that.
I would have guessed way larger than that.
That would have not been what I would have guessed.
It's a bunch of stars. I thought they would have been way far apart.
Yeah, well, I never thought about this until today, but I was like, the space is the future. Space real estate, which he says, speaking of space real estate, we were not speaking of it. But now that we are, space real estate is going to be very pricey just because it's the real estate of the future. So you have to put a pretty penny on that. And then I was like, how much was the Louisiana Purchase? It was $15 million back in 1803. I don't know what that equals now, but my stupid brain put $350 million on what I think the Big Dipper would cost.
I would have said more like 8.6 trillion Federation credits because, you know, you got to put it in space terms.
What does that convert to dollars?
I mean, the Federation is a human. So it's just it's the fancier dollar.
But like we need to know like in
you're buying
dollar
like
amounts.
You're buying not just a bunch of stars. You're buying a constellation. You got to put. I mean, we got to be in the trillions, if not quadrillions of dollars.
You're buying a dipper also, which is a ladle, which I think adds a little price to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty penny.
So I put $350 million.
I'll go $350 trillion.
$350 trillion.
Buying a lot of real estate out there, man. And real estate is king.
Yeah, they don't make
and they say location. What better location
it's literally,
than a ladle?
And like, you know what? Hey, where do you live? That dipper. I own that. I guess you can't live on a star, but you could orbit it.
Put a space station in there somewhere.
Do whatever you want with it. It's yours.
You're paying $350 trillion. I assume you can build a house out there.
Who would be our Sacagawea to like show us like
who's getting us there?
We have to find our Sacagawea to be like, hey, this is watch out for this part of the Dipper. It's a little scary over here when it comes around nighttime. So the aliens, they come over here and they'll get you. Over here, this is where you want to go. In the fall, this is the best part of the Dipper. You're gonna love it here. Up top, winter's brutal.
If I got to get one person to get me somewhere in space, I'm taking Han Solo. That's my Sacagawea right there.
Okay.
Or if you want to be like, well, he's dead now, fine. Chewie will get me there.
Chewie will get you there. Robert, how much do you think it would cost for the Big Dipper?
Definitely more than the Louisiana Purchase.
Right.
Definitely.
Which I was over that.
You guys said, what did you say, 350?
I said 350 million. He says 350 trillion.
350 trillion? I'm going to go 350 billion. I'll go in between you two.
Ooh, I like that.
I thought you were going to go 350 trillion and $1. I thought you were going to Price is Right me. Like, you son of a bitch. Or would you go one under me? I never watched Price is Right.
That sounds like you'd go one over.
You go one over. Okay, so I got the top one. Oh, because, wait, isn't it most without going over?
Yeah.
So, shit, I might be in trouble here.
You could be way over.
or I could still be way under immediately closest.
Look up what the Louisiana Purchase would cost now, whatever 15 million is in today's dollars.
I might actually be able to figure this out. Give me 1 second to Google.
In my math, I just looked up the moon is 2,159 miles. So really, it's probably bigger than that. So it's still not going to be 828,000.
Okay, so
But if you want the Big Dipper,
I just looked up how much it costs to buy a star, and it says it's usually between $29.95 to over $100 for more elaborate kits. I'm going to say 100 because we already said this is premium.
okay.
How many stars are in the Big Dipper? 5?
No. I'm
So
saying
$500. That's what it costs to buy the Big Dipper.
look up what
We'll call
the
it 1,000.
Louisiana
We'll double it.
the Louisiana Purchase would be in today's dollars.
Between 340 and 371 million.
Oh fuck! So I was kind of right there.
But we said it was going to be more.
Fuck, you're right.
Probably way more. It's much more land. So like I said, technically $500 will get you 5 stars.
350 billion is probably what it is then, Robert, right? You're buying space real estate. Like, you get to own the Big Dipper. Everybody, any part of the world is looking up at your fucking dipper.
But also, we didn't think about this. You then have to develop the area so you can actually get it on the cheap, because development is where you get killed on the cost.
No, you know what we do? We buy the Big Dipper and we find a way to cover it up, and then we put it behind a paywall. And then people have to subscribe to be able to look at the Big Dipper, and then just like you get like glasses that can see through the wall that we put up.
Like when Banksy makes artwork on a wall, and then some dudes will just come up and cover it and be like, pay me to watch it or see it, and if you try and push past them, they just kick your ass.
It's exactly what we'll do, but we won't kick their ass. We'll have goons that do it, because obviously we have $350 billion. We just bought the...
we're going to have some goons.
Yeah,
you know who will get?
Rich.
The Jokic brothers. No bigger goons on the planet than them.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And I mean goons in a good way for them.
You know
Not
what?
in the way the kids use it.
I think, was it Luke? Luke, this was a good question. And I didn't know where it was going to go when you started off with the speaking of space real estate. Like, we've been talking about that nonstop, which we, again.
Yeah, I thought I was missing something.
I did too. I was like, is this an inside joke that we missed? Like, I don't know.
That's just a great way to pose any question. Hey, speaking of this, Vic, we weren't speaking of that at all. But it'll draw you in because now you're thinking about it.
Speaking of space real estate, what? I wasn't, okay.
Also, maybe we talked about space real estate last week. I don't remember half the shit I said.
Could have. Very well could have. Dude, I kind of want to buy the Big Dipper now. For Father's Day, I want a star. I want bunches of stars. I want 2,000 miles worth of stars. And I'm just going to start my own little space farm. Don't know how, but that's future me's problem. Or I could hand it down.
Put a net for meteors and then sell those.
Oh, so many people want meteors. Not dinosaurs, though. But they're gone. So
people can buy stars. Nobody's bought a meteor yet. Bro, you catch Haley's comment in there?
I'll play that Shinedown song nonstop.
Dude, like I
just saw Haley's comment. You're like, I know, you fucking own it.
Yeah. You want this? I need backstage tickets to every show for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Fair trade.
I would.
Because what am I going to do with a comment?
Brent from Shinedown, bro. I got Haley's comment. What do you want with it? He's like, fuck. Name your price. 350 million.
And I need a bowl of M&Ms with no green ones in it. Because if you're dealing with a band, you got to have a weird writer.
You got to have some weird writer. That was a great question, Luke. Great question. Maybe my favorite question this week.
It's up there, but I love Sultan's this week.
I had to do math on it, and I still liked it.
Yeah. I didn't even get mad at math.
So we're going to settle on 350 billion.
I still kind of like my answer.
That was $1 million.
$1,000.
That's a happy medium, I feel like. Fuck, dude. Somebody's going to buy the Big Dipper one day, and we're going to be so pissed it wasn't us.
How can Bezos own this? I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. Jeff, fuck you.
Yeah, right? Like, I can't go there.
It's like you go to those websites where you can buy stars. You don't get to pick them. He's like, I will pay premium to pick my stars.
Yeah, we should just... I've always said we should just start our own like star registry kit where like we just make it up. Yeah, no, you own that one.
You've got the 5th one from the right.
And then you just
Stars
look up...
move.
You can look up star like fucking locations and just like we make our own website that just says, yeah, that's your star. Done.
Neil deGrasse Tyson will come in and be like, actually, you can...
And then
Shut
I'll
up,
be like,
nerd.
sure, okay. Prove it. Go up to the star and do the whole Airbud thing where you stand on one side and then they stand on the other side, and whichever side the star goes to, that's yours. Didn't go to anybody, that's mine now.
Oh, actually, you're not really an owner of the Packers. I have documentation that says otherwise.
It says there's a certificate, and a certificate wouldn't lie. Those are just facts right there, people. All right, last question this week is from Mikey Paul. It's just Mikey P it's just Mikey P on X, and he says Topanga from Boy Meets World or Kim the Pink Power Ranger. Robert, you know who both of those people are?
These are before my time.
You know who either of those
look
people
them
are.
up.
But I'm gonna go with Kim the Pink Power Ranger.
That's the right answer. Susie Q also would be who that is too. That was my first crush ever.
That was everybody's first crush.
I know Topanga could have also been, but like Kimberly the Pink Ranger, like they can't. I'm always picking her. I will always pick her.
Like, first of all, fuck you for asking this.
And Susie Q,
But
when
yeah,
she died, I was torn up, bro. And then when she
you
could
never
come back,
forget your first love.
But she was just a ghost. Like, watched that movie a million times.
Where, oh, where, come on.
I wrote that song for Susie.
Fucking that song breaks my heart.
Right?
Because of that movie.
That's all I think about every time I hear it.
Every time. But yeah, you got to go with Kim. You never forget your first love.
She had it all. She had brains. She had attitude.
She could throw me around.
Kick ass. And she was beautiful inside and out.
Virtuous.
Yeah, dude. Kim the Pink Power Ranger. No slight to Topanga. Topanga absolutely would hang out with her and learn about things.
I'll love Topanga forever too.
I would. You know what?
But your first love is special.
I would like to invite both Kim and what's Kim's name? I don't know her name.
I don't know Kim's name, but I know
Kimberly.
Topanga's Danielle Fishel.
Yeah, well, I knew that, but
Really, because you didn't say it.
I guess it's easier than just saying Topanga. She's one of those like
I love her.
we like
Don't
share.
know her name, but I love her.
You're Topanga. I would like to invite both of them to the Big Dipper when we get it. On us.
I thought you were about to invite them to Elle's birthday party. I was about to get so mad. I was about to get
You know
so
what?
mad.
When we buy the Big Dipper, Elle's next birthday party will be on that Big Dipper.
It's like that thing where people
And-
just send out wedding invitations to celebrities, hoping that their assistant just sends out a gift automatically.
Wouldn't hate it.
It's not a bad idea.
Wouldn't hate it.
Dude, imagine if Kim sent you a pink Ranger for Elle to play with.
Oh, she would love it.
Amazing.
She would love it. But yeah, I think we're unanimous on Kim, the Pink Ranger, and also slash Susie Q. Alive Susie Q is my favorite, but I didn't really know her that well from the movie. She's
Yeah,
dead.
I prefer the alive version.
She's dead in most of it.
Not really into necrophilia.
I liked her as all of the versions, but that's why I make a Kim.
I loved her soul.
All right. I guess that was it. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at NatPatDN. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. We are at Pass Grade Pod on all socials. Go follow us everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, X. If you're already liked our Facebook page, go make sure you're on our YouTube channel as well. If you're watching us, make sure you hit play on the audio version. If you're listening to us, make sure you hit play on the video version. Give us a thumbs up. Say a sport that you think you would be able to, the major sport that you'd be the best at. And then, share us with a friend, please. We really, really appreciate it. We love you guys. Y'all are the best. Again, at Alex J. Milton, at NotPatDion, at Robert Barbosa03, and at Pass Grade Pod on all socials. Let's do our random celebrity generator.
I'll take Mark Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler. All right.
Who is that?
That's the
Guitarist.
guitarist who plays Sultans of Swing.
Okay.
From
From
the
Dire Straits. Mark Knopfler.
That's her name right there. If you'd like to take Amy Jo Johnson.
Amy Jo
and pick
Johnson. Ooh, I'm not going to take Amy Jo Johnson.
I will take Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. What was it?
Mark Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler. I almost said Chuck Knobloch, and I was like, I know you didn't say that. I know you didn't say that. I'm gonna go David Bowie. I've been going Matthew McConaughey, and it's got nothing. Watch, it's gonna be Matthew McConaughey, isn't it? David Bowie. Yul Brynner, Tiger Woods, Peter Sellers, Robert Downey Jr., Angela Bassett, Honus Wagner, Maximilian Schell, and Denzel Washington. Run it back. Mercedes McCambridge, Marion Davies, Guillermo Villas, Pixies, Marlene Dietrich, Matt Damon, Nicolas Cage, and Fairuzi Balk. Last one. John Elway, Susan Lenglen, Kevin Costner, Jack Kramer, again Nicolas Cage, Tom Waits, Tom Hardy, and Alan Titchmarsh.
Tom Waits played the guitar. I came closest. I win. I didn't get it, but I win.
David Bowie also played the guitar. Tie.
Shit, that's a good point.
Tie. All right.
Really, what's important here
is that we tie.
is that Robert
and Robert
loses.
didn't win. That's also what's important. Okay. And may that be a lesson to you guys, gals. All right. Have a great rest of your week. Love you guys. Please, please, please share us with a friend. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us each week. And until next week, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches!
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, eh?